Due to a last-minute plan to head down to the Brussels airport, we had the opportunity to visit Waterloo. The famous location of the Battle of Waterloo, where Napoleon finally lost his long leadership over Europe. It was very fittingly the 4th of May. Remember all the souls that lost their lives battling for the Dutch or for other people all around the world. It kind of stops around World War I, so it's kind of fitting that we were down here with a battle that took place in 1815, where a key Dutch member of the royal family and many other Dutch souls fought, and many gave their lives fighting for freedom. So when you drive in, it's pretty amazing, all these fields, and it's a very nice area. And there, towering above the fields of Waterloo, stands an artificial hill unlike any other in Europe. This is the so-called Lion's Mound, Butte du Lion in French, erected on the very site of one of the most decisive battles in world history. On June 15th, 1815, this quiet countryside became the turning point of the Napoleonic era. Napoleon Bonaparte, Europe's most feared general, faced the combined forces of the British under the Duke of Wellington and the Prussians, who came to the rescue, basically, led by Marshal Blucher. Prince Willem of Orange, the future King Willem II, commanded the First Corps of the Anglo-Allied Army at Waterloo, which included Dutch, Belgium, and Nassau troops under Wellington's overall command. The Prince of Orange's First Corps numbered about 30,000 men assembled from scratch in the 18 months before Waterloo. The total Anglo-Allied army under Wellington at Waterloo was around 68,000 men, including British, Dutch, Belgium, Hanoverian, Brunswick, and Nassau troops. In just one day, by that day's end, tens of thousands lay dead or wounded, and Napoleon's empire was no more. The impressive Lion's Mound was commissioned in 1820, 5 years after the end of the war, by King William I of the Netherlands, father of Prince Willem of Orange, who fought bravely and was wounded on this very spot. The 43-meter-high mound was constructed as a tribute not only to his son, but to all who fought to preserve freedom and restore peace to Europe. Atop the mound sits a cast iron lion, 4.5 meters high, its paw resting on a globe, symbolizing strength and global influence. The lion gazes southward towards France, the direction from which Napoleon launched its final attack. It's a quite but powerful symbol of vigilance, and coincidentally, also the symbol of the Netherlands. One tip to visitors: I'd highly recommend that you visit the museum and the farm, the Hougoumont farm, where the infamous battle took place, where the Russians came and basically saved the day, helping the Allied forces push back the Napoleon troops that were surprised because they didn't realize that farm was so heavily occupied due to the large forest back then around it. You can still see some of the huge trees there, which is quite amazing.
Net zoiets als je daar hebt, alleen is het dan ziet het er gekker uit.
Oh yeah.
Is ook zoiets.
Yeah. Weird knots in the wood. But back to the Lion's Mound. If you had done all that first, you'll then understand on which side Napoleon was, on which side the Allied forces were, the British, Dutch, Belgium, etc. And it was about a 3-kilometer long line of Allied forces lined up. Just 3 miles long, 3 kilometers long, just the English line, and the French were over there. And there's the farm. And, of course, the monument up there. So pretty amazing. Ready to go to battle. Atop, you also just get beautiful views of the countryside today, which is really quite lovely. Hard to imagine so many shed their blood here. Since its completion in 1826, the Lion's Mound has drawn visitors from across the world. Soldiers, monarchs, historians, and curious travelers alike have climbed its 226 steps to survey the battlefield. I have to admit, I was quite out of breath, but I should have counted those steps myself. I had to look that part up. Today, over 300,000 people visit this site every year, drawn not only by its historical significance, but by what it represents. The price of ambition, the power of alliance, and the enduring struggle for balance in Europe and even the world. This mound is more than a monument. It's a marker of sacrifice, unity, and turning tides. And for those who climb it, it's a chance to look history straight in the face and understand how close the world came to being a very different future. And the lion looks south towards France. King Willem II wanted that so the French never forget what happened here.
Amorcez! Pièce prête. Attention au feu.